2026, and we are in quite the down year when it comes to music, movies, TV shows. You can argue that if you want. Maybe I don't know ball, but for me, I always go back to what was in the past, especially when it comes to music. I listen to a lot of stuff. I would say from like 2013 to about I'd say like 2022. Because I feel like there was that, and then with the whole Drake and Kendrick beef, that really like hyped up stuff in 2024. And then I guess like Nokia 2025, and then the Bruno Mars album in 2026. But I feel like I haven't really been locked into music since like 2022. As far as TV shows go, I mean, right now I'm watching Shameless. That's not an old show, but like 2010s. Outer Banks, but I'm in season 3 and I'm like, I'm good. I don't really need any more. Family Guy, of course, but again, I watch like the older, like seasons 3 to 10, I would say, and then it's not that it's bad. Okay, Family Guy is still really good. I really liked in the new season the episode with Lois and Stewie. They like get high together and Lois can understand them. So there's a lot of stuff to like from new Family Guy, but lately I've been watching some of the older episodes. South Park, same thing. A lot of the older episodes. I just I don't know. I don't really like what they're doing now with South Park. Gotta think of what else I've been watching. But little bit of Ted Lasso there. That's a newer one. It did end, but 2020s. And then as far as movies go, low key, I have been seeing more movies lately. I saw recently Scary Movie 6, the Super Mario Galaxy movie. I'm going to see both Spider-Man and, damn it, I just had it in my mind. The new Jackass movie. There we go. And I saw the new Jackass Forever. Is that the name of it? I'm getting off track, but I just think that, I don't know, I already feel like an old person. Like how old people always say like, oh, music in our day was better. Oh, music or movies in our day was better. And for years I was always like, okay, boomer. But low key, I feel like they're onto something, because I look at the music I listened to growing up and it still hits. And I listen to songs now and I don't know, they just don't hit the same. But I will say too, like the radio is a big like killer of these songs, because at my job somebody was on aux and they were just playing like the biggest radio hits of the 2010s. I'm talking like they were playing Cake by the Ocean and what's that one song called? No, I gotta think of something. So they were playing Call Me Maybe, and I'm just thinking to myself like, man, the radio, like I've heard these songs 500 times just because that was on the radio. I was at a party and they were playing Give Me Everything and Timber, and I rolled my eyes, so I'm like, oh my god, the radio has killed both of these songs. I can't even vibe to them. So I definitely want to say like the radio is definitely to blame for some of these songs just like losing some of their oomph, if you will. But I even think of like what they're playing on the radio nowadays, and I don't know, there's so many new artists, so many new songs coming out, and I don't know, I just haven't been following as well, because I just follow what my favorite artists are making. So when Bruno Mars came out with an album, I'm like, I was all over it. Drake hasn't come out with, oh my god, wait, I'm absolutely lying. Drake came out with 3 new albums, and to be honest, I didn't listen to them. But I've heard that out of all 3 albums, there's only like 4 good songs in total. So I don't know. I didn't mess with it. And I saw something on Instagram, and then I obviously like looked at the albums to make sure. Brother, Drake was making songs back in the day with Alicia Keys, with Jay-Z, with Beyonce, with Rihanna. Brother can only get Sexy Red in Future. Dude, come on. What are we doing? I know the beef, and I know like everyone's kind of like going soft on Drake, but come on. You're telling me Future. Yeah, Future, that's a W, but the only female artist you can get is Sexy Red. Dude, come on. But then same thing, like Travis Scott hasn't dropped anything. Post Malone hasn't really dropped anything. I didn't really like I like I needed some wow. I liked I Need Some Help, but I'm not a country fan myself. So I like White Iverson. I like San Tropez. I like Hollywood's Bleeding, A Thousand Bad Times. I like Feelin' Whitney, Up There. Go Flex, Deja Vu. Like, I like the older, like him singing, him rapping. It's not that the country stuff's bad. It's just not for me because I'm not a country fan. But then there's other songs on the radio. I like Teddy Swims. He's really talented. I don't know who else they're pushing these days. I know like Olivia Rodrigo came out with something new, and I'm a fan of hers. But like I think Taylor Swift came out with something. But again, I don't know. But I feel like especially rap too, like I think it's fallen off since the Drake and Kendrick beef. Cause like, yeah, again, Nokia was big, but are we gonna sit here and call Nokia a rap song? I don't really see. I think it's more of like R&B-ish. But rap right now is in a bad spot. And I just think about where it was not even like that far back, like even in like 2020 when we had Don Toliver dropping some bangers. Travis Scott was still dropping some bangers. Even Drake in 2020 was still coming out with some heat. Future and Ghana even. Polo G and Lil TJ, where the hell did they go? And I just think like, man, those were the times. Those were the times where I unironically had a playlist called Vibes, and the first song was No Idea, followed by like Blueberry Faygo and Roxanne even. But I could not make a rap playlist this year. There's nothing. Hats off to Metro Boomin and Future for that whole album, and I Am Music in 2025. Shout out to those guys because they're doing something that not a lot of people are doing these days. But I'm gonna keep rocking out with my 2010s music and shows. And if I don't know ball and I'm missing out because there is some heat in 2026, y'all let me know. But I'm just gonna stick with what I know. All right, that's all I had to say. I'm old, and 2010s over 2020s. That's it. Have a good morning, afternoon, evening, night, whenever you're watching this, and I'll see y'all next time. Deuces.